Welcome back, everybody, to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise, and we are about to see a game between the top two running attacks in the NFL. Lately, we've seen some good running teams like the Cardinals last week. They didn't even utilize their run game, so Atlanta, I would think, would have to. They are right behind us in yards. Now, we do have a pretty good lead, over 300 yards over Atlanta, but they do have the number one rusher in the NFL, and that's Bijan Robinson. He has been absolutely fantastic. You can see he has the lead right now at 816 yards, but look who's right behind him. Jalen Jenkins, who that 200-yard game has completely helped him out, but Jalen Jenkins is averaging 7.3 a carry, 7 touchdowns. He is right on the heels of Bijan Robinson, who 1,500 yards last year. You can see 3 straight 100-plus yard games. With that Bucs game, he averaged 11 a carry in a loss, but he hasn't had a game under 90 yards the entire season. So if the Falcons come out here and don't run the football, something is up. And obviously, I think there's a little bit of a play calling. It's not the greatest, so they should be running the ball for sure. As for the trade deadline, which is this week, wasn't too much to trade, but I was thinking I was going to get rid of, I think, Divine Diablo. Will Jacobson, Luke Burke, I want them to get more playing time. Same with Kobe Dean. Diablo hasn't been playing as much. I love Divine Diablo, but I think it's just his time. And with his contract up after this year, we're not going to re-sign him anyway, so we might as well get something for him. We're going to send him to Philadelphia, get a 5th and 7th round pick. I think that's about fair. I know he's a star dev, but still, a linebacker like 27, 28 years old, it seems about right. And then we're going to bring Julius Crockett from the practice squad. Has a lot of ability, 91 speed, 77 zone coverage, so can fill in for special teams, and maybe in case of injury, we can bring him in. But Julius Crockett is going to be brought up from the practice squad there for some depth. A free agent signing right before the preseason, so just trying to find some talent. He is one of those guys, second year out of Eastern Michigan. We also have the mock draft up here, mock draft number 2. So let's take a look. Obviously, I think we're going to be well down the list. Matias Guerrero looks like he is going to be projected at the moment the number 1 pick to the Cleveland Browns. So Myles Garrett getting up there in age. I don't think Myles Garrett's ever going to leave the Browns. I think he is one of those guys that's never just going to leave that team. Greg Coker, first quarterback they're thinking off the board to Denver, who, man, you can't stick with Daniel Jones, and then obviously Will Levis is now on our team. So they need a quarterback for sure. Kirk Stevenson, they're saying we're going to take at number 13. If you remember, we have 2 first-round picks this year. So we have 2 first, and right now they're saying at number 13. You know what? Right now I'm not sure even what we would take. You got to get into the offseason, see what deficiencies you have, but I'm not really sure. Now, we do have a lot of guys coming up with contracts, so it's going to be a little bit tough. You see we have the last pick there. They're thinking Nicholas Franklin, the wide receiver out of Florida State. So, with cap, with issues, Max Crosby's going to demand a massive contract, but we still have to try to get that done. You never know. With cap numbers, guys are going to be out of here sooner than later. Max Sampson's going to be reaching his 5th-year option, so we're going to have to think about that. All those draft picks we had in the first year, they're coming up. So we want to decide who we're going to bring back. It's tough. This is what makes the NFL so interesting. Guys leaving, you got to draft well. So we'll see what happens, but it is not time of the off-season yet. Week number 8 is underway right before our bye week. We are a team on fire, about to take on this Atlanta Falcons team. And here comes Desmond Ridder in this Falcons offense. They run through Bijan Robinson. That's where they go through, even though you got Pitts is gone in the offseason, so Kyle Pitts no longer on this team. Still have Drake London. So they have some weapons, but it is all about Bijan. And here we go, 1st and 10 from the pistol. And there is Bijan Robinson, and Max Crosby is all over it. As Jamal Fort, one of our rookies, he is going to go to the locker room to be checked out. Loss of 5 on that play. Now a 2nd and 15. Back to Bijan. He makes one move there on Trayvon Merrick. Another one on Carlos Hurts. And he picks up about 14 and a half yards to make this a 3rd and short. So already the Falcons in the first 2 plays have more runs than the Cardinals team last week. 3rd and inches. And that is going to be a caught, catch, 1st down. So Atlanta, after a tough start, finds Rondale Moore for the 1st and broken ribs for Jamal Fort. So that is definitely going to be a multi-week injury. 1st and 10, Ridder out to Robinson. But Amari Burney, one of the top tacklers in the NFL, maybe one of the best, well, I was going to say the best linebacker. I'm not sure about that, but at least top 3, makes the stop. 2nd and 12. Ritter's in trouble. He's going to be brought down. The initial one from Tyree Wilson. Crosby cleans it up. And now a 3rd and 25, a spot that not many teams we really want to be in, but this Atlanta team, and it's not their forte, as he's going to go down this time. Trayvon Merrick coming from the safety spot brings down Ritter. So Atlanta will have to punt. So they get nothing there in the first drive, and here comes Max Sampson in this number 1 Raiders offense. 17 touchdown passes on the season. He's up there in yards. You can see we're the top team in the league in rushing. We can beat you any which way. 2nd and 11. Sampson looking in the pocket. He's going to be brought down. Watson with the sack. So just like that, we're put in a 3rd and long situation. Just saying, no team really wants to be in this spot. Sampson looking. Firing, and that is going to be caught by Michael Mayer. Coverage was outstanding. You can't really blame the coverage. Just a better throw catch. There you go. Grant Delpit, the safety and coverage, just can't make the play. 1st down, and now we'll give this to Jenkins. Makes a man miss. Makes another one miss. Nice block from Cooper. Makes another man miss in space. I mean, this guy is absolutely ridiculous. He made, I believe, 3 moves there. Love to see a replay of this one because in space, you can see there's kind of nice one. Nice block there. Gets a 2nd one there. Just keeps going. Almost makes 3 miss. Has a nice run there by Jenkins. Now gets to the outside, and he'll pick up 6 yards here on a 1st down run. 100 yards last week. Now pretty much, I would say, has taken over the starting position. He's going to get more carries, but Derrick Henry's going to be still, plenty of carries. I still think we give Jenkins around, I would say around 18 carries a game. Something like that. 16 to 18. Give Henry around 10 to 12. And maybe even sometimes stick with the hot hand. As look out on 2nd and 8. Harris gets through for the sack. But I think Jenkins has deserved it. And Henry, I think, works in those power spots. That's really his forte now. 3rd and 17. Pressure coming, but over the middle. Jalen Waddle with the grab and a 1st down, and he's down to the 6. And he is a bit shaken up. But great protection from the O-line, giving enough time for Waddle to open. Hopefully, he is okay. Don't want him going down. 1st and goal. Jenkins, carry, dives forward. He's in for the touchdown. As Joel Bitonio is shaken up. That's not what we want to see, but touchdown. Nice drive from this offense. Kick the extra point here to make this 7-0. Up and good. Get an update here on Jalen Waddle. Hopefully it is good. All right, just muscle cramps. Ooh, all right. One of those guys that you don't want to see anything bad happen is Bijan Robinson to start this drive for Atlanta. And Amari Burney's all over it, making those one-on-one stops, going nowhere. Now Ritter on 2nd and 10. He's rolling out, and he's rolling out right into pressure. I mean, he pretty much just, that was sack was all on Ritter. He could have stayed in the pocket. He had looked like decent protection, and he panicked. He just panics, runs into a sack. Now it's a 3rd and 21. As Ritter just flings it up, and Patterson is there for the pick. So pretty much just an arm punt from Ritter. But I tell you what, I think we have better position now with this interception as Tyreek Patterson. I mean, sometimes you can think about just throwing it up there, give your guy a shot. I understand that on a 3rd and long. But in this position, I don't know if I'd try that. And it just does not work in his favor. Especially going against a guy that's, the height difference is just crazy. So a 3rd down and 4, and wide open is Jalen Waddle back from injury. And he's got a 1st down easily. Not sure how Jalen Waddle got that wide open. A guy that we're going to be targeting. I don't understand the defense there from Atlanta. But a 1st down, and we're down to the 26 as we'll hand to Jenkins. Getting some really good blocks. Jenkins makes almost Jesse Bates miss. There's one guy out there that is definitely going to probably secure up a tackle. It is Bates, one of the best safeties in football. But still, a 1st down. Now, underneath. Going to Amari Cooper, trying to get to the outside. He will have enough for a 1st down, as that should bring us into the 2nd quarter, and a chance here now to put this up to a 2-possession game. 1st and goal is Jenkins in the backfield, but we're going to pitch it forward to Waddle. Waddle runs into Jenkins, but misses a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. Well, at least we broke the tackle. because if he doesn't run into Jenkins, he's just walking into the end zone. That made that play only possible because of that, as Devin White can't bring him down. Waddle's in for the score, and that's a receiving touchdown. So Waddle, another one on the season. He's well on his way to double-digit touchdowns, which is something he has not done in his career. So he is having a career year with us here in his first year of his new contract. So that is awesome to see. You just never know how guys are going to translate over, but he has been absolutely fantastic. 14-0 lead. So now this Atlanta offense has got to get something going. As Rondell Moore breaking some tackles, using that speed to get away as well. He's up to the 49-yard line into Raider territory and a first down. Ritter on second down. Rolling out. Dangerous throw. It is completed. But I don't know what Desmond Ritter's doing in this game. He is just running out of the pocket, panicking, making some interesting decisions as he goes up top for this one. And Rondell Moore again makes the catch over Patterson. That was a great throw from Ritter. Just kind of placed it in the perfect spot. You could see Dean down on him. Yeah, that's a perfect throw. I mean, coverage is solid from Patterson. Just misses it by that much. And Atlanta, the best drive of the game, down to the 10. Ritter, empty set, going out to Bijan, but Bernie is all over it. He's not getting away from him, that's for sure. And a third down and 7. Ritter looking. Gonna have to roll out, and he's gonna be brought down. Can't get it away in time. Adafe Owe with the sack. So that'll take it back to a field goal attempt here, but Owe there. And that is a field goal for Atlanta. They get on the board, 14-3 to score. The question is, can they stop our offense? Sampson rolling out, has a man down the field, caught Jalen Waddle. He's got it in a first down. Man, everything is working for this offense as Waddle up to the 46-yard line and a first down. Play action again, rolling out down the field, and that one's going to be out of bounds. Looking for Waddle down the field. You got to still give those maybe 3 to 4 of those a game. Just throw it up to him, see what happens. Now Sampson to the outside. Man, what a throw. What a catch. That, you just can't defend that. You cannot defend that at all. Up to the 27. Now we'll hand it to Jenkins, who cuts it up. Even really with nothing there, still picks up around 4 yards. He'll remain in the backfield here for a second down play, and we'll give him the ball. Gets a nice block. Cuts to the outside, using the speed. Makes one man miss, finally brought down there but by, I believe, Bates at the 12-yard line. So another first down. I mean, we're cruising here. Trying to put this one in. 2nd and 4. We can RPO it out to Mayer. And he is just short. Really should have just probably handed that to Jenkins, and he's walking in for the touchdown. 3rd and 1. Now you bring Derrick Henry into the game, using that power, and he powers through, gets in for the touchdown. That's what Derrick Henry can still do. Those short yardage situations. You bring him in on the power, and he powers through for the TD. He gets pretty much stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, but just continues to drive the legs. Tough man to bring down, and he's in for the score, 21-3. We've scored a touchdown on every drive so far. Atlanta right now, no answers. It's just right now up to their offense to, try to keep them in the game. 1st and 10, Bijan with the carry. Not a whole lot there. Bernie and Luke Burke there on the stop, and brings up a 3rd down. We're bringing some heat. Ritter fires quickly to the outside. It is caught. And that is enough for a first down. And I'm fine with that. You know what? Just put him under pressure. See what he can do. Because right now, he has been really struggling a little bit, I would say, in this game. As a little bit of room there for Bijan as Bernie got a little bit caught up in the wash there. But first down Atlanta. Burke with the tackle. 2 minutes left in this first half. Ritter. Pressure coming. He cannot get rid of it. That is a loss of 17. Owe with the sack. Now a 2nd and 27 as they hurry this one up. Ritter looking. Can't find anybody. Just throws it up, and this one's going to be heading out of bounds. You know what? After that sack, I don't think I would have hurried up there. I would have wasted some time because right now if we get a stop, we're going to have time to get something before half. They hand off to Robinson. Has some room up the middle. but still well short of the first down. We'll call a timeout. So we got one left, about a minute left. Set up a screen. And Jenkins will be short of the first down. So now we're in the spot, I think, at a 3rd and 3. You know, just let this clock run. I say run the ball here. If we get a first, great. And that's exactly what we'll do. We'll get a first. And you know what? We'll call our final timeout. But you know what? Nothing would come of it. It's kind of just one play, run it out. We're fine with halftime. 21-3 the score. Offense really looking good. Defense looking good. We've shut down their run game just to maybe 1 or 2 really good runs from Bijan Robinson, but nothing else. And I believe we will receive the ball coming out of half, so we'll take that. Go to LA, taking on the Broncos and Chargers. Chargers have lost 2 in a row, and down to the Broncos 14-10. So if they drop 3, 5-3, we're going to take a hefty division lead, that's for sure. Go up to Chicago. See the Saints and Bears playing. Bears with a win, 35-14. Brian Short, 3 touchdowns on the game. Deshaun Watson, zoo home in New Orleans. Not going so well so far, 3-5. He throws 4 picks. And we'll go to Kansas City. 21-7 win for the Chiefs. They go to 4-4, so they've won a couple in a row after the loss to us. Mahomes, still not the greatest game. A touchdown, 2 picks. Yeah, Randy Ward, 85 yards. That is it, and a touchdown. Man, they got absolutely shut down by the Kansas City defense. So let's head into the second half. 21-3 lead. Say just keep doing what we're doing, really. Throwing it up, looking for Waddle, and he missed him. Just about a yard away from taking that one to the house. They're not catching him if he catches that. 3rd and 12. Sampson, look out. And that's going to be incomplete. Looking for Cooper, maybe just held onto the ball a little bit too long. And that is a 3 and out. So Atlanta's defense getting the stop. But here comes their offense, which can't really do anything. As the Kobe Dean comes through for the sack. Yeah, I want to get Dean more playing time. That was the whole thing, too. I've been trying to get him more playing time the last few weeks. I love his talent. That's why he was brought here. And it's just, you know, like with Diablo's contract up, I think it's just one of those things where it's time for a guy to move on, and there you go. But Dean makes this nice play. Defense gets the stop, gets the ball right back. As we got a wide open Charlie Kohler down the field, and he's got the catch for a first down to the 39-yard line. Wide open. Man. No coverage there. And the Derrick Henry getting some really good blocks. Look at Waddle out there. Just making some great blocks with Jalen Waddle. Springs free Derrick Henry up to the 22-yard line and a first down. So we'll keep him in the game. Hand him the ball again. Cuts it up the middle. Keeps the legs grinding. Close to another first down. Brings up a 3rd down and 1. Keep him in the game. You might as well just give it right back to him. It's exactly what we're going to do. And that should be enough. It is. For another Raiders first down to the 12-yard line. Can still get a first, but trying to put this into the end zone. Here comes the blitz. Over the middle. Mayer's got the grab. Just short of the first down. And I think this is Derrick Henry time. 3rd and inches from the 2. It's going to be a play action. Look out. Pressure coming. He's going to be sacked. Jermaine Pratt comes through. Try to get a little cute there. Probably should have just gave it to Henry. Doesn't work. We'll kick a field goal. Back to a 21-point lead. 24-3 to score. 8 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter as Amari Burney has just been a tackle machine in this game. Bijan Robinson just hasn't been able to get away from him. 3rd down and 7. Pressure coming in. That's going to be a sack. Cam Oliver comes through. Comes off the nickel position. Brings down Ritter. Atlanta's offense. It is not working in this game. Our defense has just been too much. As we set up a screen to Jenkins. Makes one man miss. Gets tackled forward. Hey, we'll take that tackle all day. That's going to help us pick up a first down. 2nd and 8. Back to Jenkins on the ground. Plenty of room to run. Makes a nice little move up to the 44-yard line. And a first down. We're not going to be the top runner in the league after this game. I mean, Bijan Robinson had a really good lead on us, but we're going to make up some ground because we're shutting down Robinson in this game, and Jenkins is having a solid one. As Mayer with the reception, first down up to the 37-yard line. Atlanta defenders just shaking their head, don't know what to do right now. It's tough with this offense. So many weapons. And then you got Trey Tucker, who is I would think having his best season as a Raider. He really is. Even with the, limited playing time he gets, he's having his best season. He really is. 1st and 10. Up top, Waddle's wide open. Touchdown. Atlanta's defense right now, total confusion. Total confusion when you allow Jalen Waddle to be that wide open. I mean, what is happening? I think that's Jeff Okudah just got totally just lost in coverage. And man, Waddle, his second of the game, 31-3. Looks like we got another pretty much blowout on our hands. And right now, there is not many teams that are going to be able to keep up with us the way we are playing. I know we're only halfway into the season, but the way we are playing, I mean, really, I would say that Dolphins game, the 4 picks from Sampson, is that a fluke, just a fluke game? Speaking of interceptions, Tyreek Patterson is second. Ritter once again just throwing it up for grabs. Patterson with the pick. I mean, first game of the season, we just came out lights out. We beat down the 2-time defending champs, the Ravens. I don't know. We're gonna have some good matchups coming up here, soon. I think we play the Bills down the stretch. They're playing really, really well. We'll have to match up with the Chargers, but they're dropping off a little bit. So I really don't know. I mean, this team looks so good offensively. I mean, right now we don't even have Joseph Good out here. He'll return here shortly. So once he returns, you got those 3 wide receivers, plus Mayer's having really his best season as a Raider. The running game, as Derrick Henry gets through, close to another touchdown. Jenkins, who we knew we were going to get him plenty involved as a first-round pick, but he is exceeding so much of expectations as Henry's in for his second touchdown and puts this game well away. But Jenkins, I mean, he's the number 2 runner in the NFL right now, and he hasn't even started, but 2 games? I mean, that's absolutely crazy. Sampson's playing, other than those bad games where he had the couple, the 4 picks, and the one after, but he had a couple. I mean, other than that, he's been absolutely just on fire, money, and then you already know what our defense is. It's not as good as the defense last year. Last year, that defense was unreal. Number 1 pretty much in every category. As you saw a little bit earlier, our pass defense so far this year, not on par. Run defense, we're good. But still, we create turnovers. We create sacks. When you get into the red zone, you don't really get touchdowns against us. So, I don't know right now. Are we peaking too early, or are we just that good? Because sometimes as teams, you can peak a little bit early, and by the time you get to the playoffs, you kind of gone down a little bit. You're not as good. But I think with the team we have, we're just that good. And I would say also, as Bijan with the grab down to the 1-yard line, injuries are always a big thing too. Can you survive injuries? Sometimes it's the top team that has health-wise can move on. But I'll tell you what, I mean, even with injuries, as that's Ritter diving in for the touchdown. So Atlanta finally gets into the end zone here late in the 4th, kind of a garbage time touchdown. But I would say even with injuries, we have the depth. I think we have talent. I think the only guy that would give us issues, obviously, is Max Sampson. I don't know what Will Levis really has, but if Max Sampson goes down, that would be the biggest, I would say, hurt. Because even you could see without Joseph Good, we're still performing well. Now, maybe Jalen Waddle you can put in there. If Waddle goes down, it kind of changes the dynamic of the offense. You don't have that kind of speedster. But as long as he's not out for the season, we can kind of get Trey Tucker in there to kind of give you that, explosiveness. But right now, with the way the run game's going, I mean, you can just go either way. We can, if we want to have to turn into a power team, if something happens in that sense, and we got to turn to that, I think we could. I think we could for sure. So, Waddle with a great game, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Cooper, not too much. Crosby, 3 tackles for loss. You see Owe, a couple sacks. Tyree Wilson with a sack and a half. You can see the pressure. It's fantastic. So, right now, I mean, this team is probably the most dominant team, I would say. I think it's more dominant than last year. I really do. I think it's a little bit more balanced. Last year, I think we kind of struggled at sometimes offensively. So I'd say we're the team to beat right now, really in the NFL and obviously in the AFC. That's for sure. But we still got a long ways to go. You see Greg Walters is a star dev. So, hey, it's an offensive lineman. It's just so tough. At least he's a star. But Greg Walters, I believe, was an absolute steal. Dropped to us. Should have been really a top 5 pick and fell to us. Max Sampson has an upgrade. We'll do field general. So he's up to an 89 overall, 91 with the +2. And we'll do Lonnie Mooney has one as well. But let me know down below in the comments. What do you think of this team? I mean, right now, who is going to beat us? That's the question. You go to week. So let's take a look at the standings. We'll see what the teams. We beat the Ravens. That's the first game of the year as well. So you just never know. Cincinnati, I don't think we match up on Cincinnati this year. But who in the AFC? Maybe the Bills? Dolphins did beat us. So that is the team, Miami. I just think we had a bad game. I really do. But who knows? We'll see. Stroud was tough to stop. They played really, really well. And Waddle got hurt early on in that game. So if Waddle plays, is it a different story? I don't know. Lions lead the NFC North. You got the Panthers leading the NFC South. The Falcons now dropped down to 4-4. Eagles at 5-2. Cowboys at 4-3 have won 3 in a row. Giants have dropped 3. And in the West, now the Niners have won 3 in a row. Cardinals and Seahawks right now dropped below them. The Rams at 1-7. So San Francisco started off 1-3. It's looking like maybe Arizona and Seattle have taken over the division. Not so fast. Niners back at it. But Sampson, completion percentage at 67, 19 touchdowns. Jenkins at 796. He's having 7.1 a carry, 8 touchdowns on the season. Henry's got 560 and 7 touchdowns. I mean, we might have 2 guys. He's averaging 70 a game. So you got to average, about 68 yards a game to get 1,000 yards. We might have 2 1,000 yards runners. That is crazy. Crazy to think about. Waddle was 739. He has 8 touchdowns. Mayer has 6. I believe that is his career high in touchdowns. So Joseph Good, he's going to be back, I believe, next week after the bye. But even Tucker has 3 touchdowns. That might be his career high. Bernie's up there at 67 total tackles. I mean, guys are having some career years. Crosby already has 14.5 sacks. Trying to break his record from last year. You got Owe with 6, who's playing very, very well as of late. And Tyree Wilson, as long as Wilson can stay healthy, I mean, he could be an absolute beast. Patterson added 2 picks in that game, so now keeps the lead. We didn't even see Josh Uche. Same thing. Once Uche's in there, too, I mean, the pass rushing is ridiculous. So we take our bye week. We got the Jets coming up after that and the Bills, so back-to-back AFC East opponents. So those will be interesting games for sure. But right now, we're rolling. We're 7-1. We got a 2-game lead in the division. Just keep doing what we're doing. And I don't know if anybody's going to beat us. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more. We will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.